I'm here with Roshni Vadehra from Vadehra Art Gallery. It's a pleasure to have you back on the
Thank you,
show
Azan.
after Art Mumbai. So tell me, apart from your gallery, of course, what is your favorite booth at India Art Fair?
I think one of my favorite booths is the one next to me, David's Warner. They've got some incredible things like the Huma Baba sculptures, which I absolutely love, and the Infinity Room by Kusama.
What do you love about the sculptures?
Well, I mean, they're really iconic, and I love Huma's work. I saw it on the rooftop of the Met, and just to see them here in Delhi is really quite exciting.
And what about the Infinity Room?
Well, the Kusama Infinity Rooms are, of course, iconic, and they've got Infinity Box here, which I think is super cool.
What is your favorite work inside your booth?
I think one of my favorite works is definitely the one I'm standing in front of.
Could you please explain it to us?
It's a Shilpa Gupta textile piece, embroidered textile piece. It was recently in a museum show in Europe and in Spain at Santa Boten, and it's basically the different stars of the flags of the world. I mean, basically, she's taken all the stars of the different flags of the world and she's layered them on top of each other. And I think it's a very cool statement work.
And which artwork in your booth is getting the most attention?
There's a couple of them. The Atul Dodia shutter, of course, which always gets a lot of attention. The Shilpa, because of the scale and because it's an unusual piece. The Ravinder Reddy head, which is up front. And another artist who's getting a lot of attention is Ashwika Rahman. She's a young artist from Bangladesh. And people are going quite crazy about her work, which has been a pleasant surprise. So Ashwika Rahman is an artist from Bangladesh, and we've recently taken her on. It's very exciting. She just won the Future Generation Prize, which is a $100,000 prize. And she's also doing the Rijks Academy Fellowship for 2 years. So she's living in Amsterdam. And this is a work that she developed in the periphery of Bangladesh, where she's worked with the marginalized communities, and they have done this gold thread embroidery on top of her prints where she's photographed them. So they're very cool and they're getting a lot of attention.
So what do you think this work comments on?
It's basically commenting on those areas in Bangladesh which are often ignored, and there are people there who are kind of living on the margins of society, and she's engaging with them and also developing work with them.
Okay, Roshni, we're now with the Atul Dodia shutter booth. Could you explain the work to us?
So Atul basically developed the shutter series after the 90s, which is when the riots happened in Bombay and all the shutters of all the shops came down. So at that time, of course, it was a political comment, and since then he's done shutters in various scales and sometimes they're fixed shutters, sometimes they're smaller shutters, and this is what he actually started with, and this was the kind of shutter that was first exhibited at Tate Modern. This is a work that actually took him 10 years to complete. He started it in 2015 and finished it this year. It's a lovely work. It's, of course, one of those posters that one sees in school while growing up. And it's based on the different rulers and Maharajas that one has seen in India over the history of time.
Those are the characters on the
Yeah, those are the characters that are on the shutter. There's a touch of political commentary on how history kind of continues to bring us different types of people and what the kind of effect they've had on our country. But it's also like there's a touch of humor on it as well, because the top is all of these kind of straightforward images, and then you see the reverse imagery on the bottom canvas.
And what led you to choose this artwork of his?
Oh, I don't get to choose with an artist like Atul Dodia.
Okay.
He tells me what I'm allowed to exhibit. So I'm very, very lucky to have such a strong work in the booth.
Yeah, that's great. And a question on India Art Fair overall. How do you see India Art Fair 2025 versus India Art Fair 2024?
It's been great. There's been a lot of energy. The market is really strong. There's been a lot of interest in the works overall that we've brought to the fair. We've been also very lucky with the kind of works the artists have given us. So yeah, it's been a great couple of days already.
Are you seeing a lot of new buyers?
There are a lot of new buyers, and I also feel like the buyer today is far more educated than they were earlier. Everyone seems to kind of understand the art more, and it's great.
Let's talk about Indian art in the next decade. From 2025 to 2035, who do you see as the big emerging talent? who is going to dominate the Indian contemporary art market for the next decade?
In terms of the artists, I feel like there's so many artists who are doing like really interesting work. Among some of the younger artists who we are working with, there is, in terms of emerging artists, basically, there's Biraj Dodia who's doing really good work, Atul Nanju's daughter. There's also, I feel like also the market has grown to kind of accept all of South Asia, as people are looking overall at Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and not just India, which is why we've kind of expanded our gallery program. And we're also looking at diasporic artists, some of these artists who live abroad. Like we have this Indian American artist called Joya Mukherjee Log. We have Ashvika who lives in Amsterdam. We have Zam who lives in Houston. So we're definitely like broadening our program more.
Branching out more.
Yeah.
Okay, that answers my question. Thank you so much for your time, Roshni.
Thank you, Azan. Good luck.